Well, welcome to another video here on Keep Running with BK, where I share with you running insights, training tips, and motivation to keep you running. And today, during my run, I gave thought to the question of the day: how big is your why? It's a very important question, so stick around. We're going to talk about it right after this. So when you ask yourself the question, why do you run? Why do you do anything? It really speaks to the core motivations that we have for the things that we do, and it helps us to prioritize and attach a level of importance to the things that mean the most to us. And on today's run, I really spent time reflecting on what are some of the reasons I run. Why do I get out the door to do this? Why do I get myself up out of bed? Why do I overcome all kinds of challenges or hurdles or excuses that we face when it comes to doing the things that we value most? And so I want to ask you that question. I'd ask that as you think about that and as you watch this video, please share a comment below about what is your why. And what are some of the challenges that you have to wrestle with to keep running?
How big is your why? Before you can answer that question, you actually need to know what your why is. Can you tell yourself why you run, or why you even want to run? How strongly do you believe your answer to that question? The answer to this question is important because it helps us discover, define, and focus on what is most important to us. At the end of the day, what is important to us is what motivates us. Your why is the driving force behind everything you do. It may be a different why for different areas of your life, but often they're interrelated and eventually come together to shape your thinking, determine your actions, and create a version of who you are. And with running, your why will determine how consistent and how long you will stick with it. Answering this question is valuable for everyone, but if running is something you really want, but you struggle to keep at it, then you will have to spend some more time wrestling with identifying a bigger why until you find one that inspires. If you want to be your best, it is not enough to settle for a mediocre why. You may need to go deeper, dream bigger, or if your current why is too ambitious, then change your expectations, start smaller, and take smaller steps towards a bigger goal.
So for me, some of the key whys to why I run is life is full of challenges, work is full of stress, constantly surrounded with tough decisions. Just getting out the door to run helps me to deal with all kinds of stress. So it's a stress management tool. It helps me to clear my head, and I do my best thinking and I sort through the decisions I need to make. It gives me some me time. It gives me time to really reflect and think about what's important to me. And you know, running is just one of many things where I'm investing in me, and it gives me time to think about what's most important, to realign my thinking, and you know, constantly looking for a new challenge, constantly looking for a new milestone to put out there in front of me, stretches me and keeps me honest, helps me to stay accountable to what's important to me. And so I love to put a challenge out there, be it a race, be it a time goal, being at some sort of event on the calendar that just keeps me honest to to the goals that I have for myself. Scripture comes to mind. It's one of my favorites. It's, no discipline is pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of peace and righteousness for those who have been trained by it. And life certainly throws at us big challenges and hardships, and running is a discipline. It's something that requires a lot of heart, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of energy. And if we allow ourselves to be trained by it, you know, and running has taught me a lot over the years. You know, it's taught me to be consistent. It's taught me how to push through difficult times. It's taught me that I can overcome the doubts and the challenges. And it's become a discipline. It's become I've become self-disciplined as a person. And it's trained my thinking, it's trained my body, and it's helped me to grow and mature and become a better version of me. And that's a big why. And I think by choosing to go out, choosing to put myself through the paces, if you will, to get out and run and challenge myself and overcome those challenges, really has helped me to grow as a person. It's really helped me to grow stronger in my thinking, stronger in my resolve, and I think that has better prepared me for life.
Your why should be something you are excited about. It gives you a compelling vision or a picture of you. I heard somewhere that if your why is big enough, you will figure out how to get there. A big enough why is what fuels you every day and has enough force behind it that you can push aside the noise, rise above the excuses, overcome the current roadblocks, and you find the time, the space, and the priority for a longer, healthier, fulfilling life.
Another big why for me is I want to take care of myself. I want to take care of myself physically. I want to take care of my health, my fitness, my well-being. You know, I want to be as healthy for as long as possible. And I've been given the ability and the desire to do this. And, you know, running helps me to achieve that. You know, I want to be strong and healthy for my family, for my wife, for my kids, for my siblings, and for my friends. You know, I want to be the best version of me, not only when I'm running and when I'm doing it for myself, but, you know, in life we have responsibilities. And I want to be able to be healthy enough. I want to be of sound mind, sound body, to be able to give my best and to be my best for them. One of the other things is I enjoy this. I find a lot of enjoyment in it. I find a lot of peace being out in nature, getting fresh air and running. I love the adventure of it. I love the challenge of it. I love pushing myself to new things, to new heights, and to new distances. I love achieving new milestones. And although I'm a very analytical person in life, a very analytical person when it comes to my running, believe it or not, I do have fun doing it. And you know, a lot of people think it's crazy. Sometimes I think it's crazy, but that's my version of crazy. That's my version of fun, is pushing myself and getting out there and, you know, setting my mind on something that I want to achieve, proving to myself that I can do it, proving to myself that I have what it takes, or even the act of going out there over a long stretch of time, be it weeks or months, training myself and putting myself through the paces so that I can achieve something I can set my mind on. Every time I do that, I get stronger. Every time I do that, my confidence builds, and not in a prideful, arrogant kind of way, but in a confident way that if I set my mind to something, I can actually accomplish it. I can actually do it. I know I'm willing to put in the time, put in the the energy. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to do whatever it takes for the things that mean the most to me.
Maybe you're still stuck. Then start with defining the version of you that you want to be. Define the goal. How would you describe the current version of you? What does the desired you look like? What will it take to reach your target? How do you feel about the current you? What do you want and need to change? Now ask yourself why. A healthy self-evaluation can go a long way to defining your big enough why. Our minds give out before our bodies do, so we need to exercise our mind to get the big enough why. Share your why with someone you trust, who can help you to define a realistic, helpful, and healthy why for you. Running is an exciting adventure. Race times and distance goals can be thrilling, but at the end of the day, I found that to keep running, it has to be motivated by why it is important and of value to you. Take your current why. Go ahead, write it down. Now ask yourself multiple times why. Why is that your why? This exercise will help you to go beyond the initial obvious answers, which often aren't big enough. And you will peel away the layers and get to the core of who you are and what you want and what you believe about yourself. And it is here that you will find your true why, the compelling belief that is strong enough to motivate you towards your goals. Running truly is a marathon, not a sprint. You should be constantly preparing and evaluating your motives for the long run. As a runner, as in life, there will be times where you'll question why you're doing what you are doing. There will come a time when others will question why you are doing what you do. There will be days you won't want to get up and run. There will be times you'll be tempted to make excuses, take the easy road, or even quit. There comes that point in a hard workout or a long run when you'll be faced with doubt. And today's question of the day, how big is your why, will determine whether you finish or not. I know you can do it. Now is the time to get out there and get running.
So did you figure out what your why is? Do you need to really give some thought to figure out how big your why is? Maybe you need to dig deeper and find a bigger why to help get you out the door. You need a bigger why to help overcome those challenges. Please share comments in this video to what is your why and where do you need to dig deeper. And if you found this video to be valuable, please click like. And if you haven't subscribed, it's great to have you subscribe and be a part of the Keep Running community here that I'm trying to build with these videos. And I've enjoyed sharing some thoughts with you today to help keep you motivated. And remember, stay safe and keep running. All right, catch you there.